Aquele está morto.
Hello, this is McKillers again, and we are going through all of the DLC maps. I'm trying to knock these things out because I want to play. I am trying to add some fellow Redditors without them knowing. I'm also doing an undercover audit of our www.reddit.com/r/TheLastOfUs audit to see how well we are welcoming the new players in the game. And I am trying to be an annoying person by sending I saw Pepe responded to my my post, and he is hopefully he'll add me. Anyways, this is downtown. I am going to talk about, this is map discussion of downtown. That's right. The most underrated by far, like I think everybody knows, this underrated part or map in the game, and most polarized with people that like it and don't like it. And I think that there was just like a groupthink hatred of this map, but I think it's a really fun map to play. Health kits here. You need to learn where the health kits are, and there's a health kit there. Since this map is played so little, there's not a ton of call-out areas of this map, I think. So I'm pretending that you are a new player, and I'm going to throw in some tips for brand new players, also maybe some more experienced players if you want to learn how to play some maps a little bit better, and also maybe a few sniping tips for the maps. If you are a new player, both of these buildings, both buildings on both sides, this building and especially the other building, I am now deeming off limits to you. Completely off limits. You do not want to go in these back rooms unless you are really trapped. And really trapped meaning you have like one person already here coming in the bottom side, maybe like two people right here, like completely trapped. Then you have no other choice but to die in this graveyard of a building. Unless you have Molotovs, then you can. I've never in these buildings, so I don't really have any tips for holding it down, so I stay away. And even for snipers, do not snipe from these areas. Do not. The only exception is every now and then you can maybe come here and snipe down here, but you have the same point of view if you were to come. Actually, probably a better point of view. This sniping this box from here, right here, is a lot better than sniping it from that top part. Because it takes you, if you down someone and your team is pushing up here and you need to help with that push, you can't get there in time from here, but you can get there in time from here. This is a lot better, and it's hard to throw stuff, you know, say like you're camping right here, they have to throw it like over that giant cover, and a lot of times they'll overshoot you, and you can also kind of like, you know, come over and bail around. But let's get into call out points. This is just not a lot here. This is just the train side of the map. Someone's by the trains. That means they're over here. Train box. This is the train over by the box in the train, probably referring to this entire hallway. If someone's in the train, that means they are literally inside the train, or right by the train. This whole side is referred to as the train. Other than that, there is an escalator. Someone's coming from the escalators. If you're on the train side, coming from the escalators, they're basically through the escalators, are probably in this area. I see these health kit here. These are like closet, train escalator closet is probably what this is called. The other two closets are about the same. I think that these closets, good players, these closets are like a savior, man. I've seen some good players really use these closets awesomely. Like a covert person. I remember playing this map like, I don't know how long ago, but like say we were pushing up on this side of the map, like a covert 3 person. If he could get like, if he could somehow just like get the box and say he knows that there are people there, but the combat hasn't started yet, he would like just covert over here and like just sit right here. And if I'm on this guy's team, then I will like purposely help him out, and I will try to bring the combat further down this way, and he will just pop out behind and just screw people. Like, if I know, if you're working with Mike's people, man, this is a good move. Like, sitting in this little hall, like, closet, and then I just say, hey, take them back a little bit, and if I'm with a rifle, then I'll just, like, back up and force them, like, oh, they're backing up, they're scared, I'm going to chase them. And then like as I see that they're right here, and he'll say like, I'm going out, you know, and then I'll push back up and they'll just be shooting at me, and he will just pop out and screw people, hardcore screw people from that closet, man. Underutilized play, very good play. I don't think that this closet is nearly as good, but a lot of action happens right here. You need to be careful of the military rifle in this map. Military is a pretty good, probably a third best military, maybe even second best military sniper map in this game. This is the other big house. Not a lot of. Usually when people say they're calling people out, say you're in the trains, they'll say like 2 up top. Usually it's just this whole area up top, really. Or if your whole team is looking the other way, it's understood 2 up top means they're in the opposite of this area, right? Let's get into a reason why this building itself is not good. Right? Even camping in the building, I've seen people try to lay down a lot of bombs in this building specifically and try to camp it out, but they'll like burn so much of the resources camping in this building. And the big reason why this building is so much worse than the other building is you cannot jump out of these windows. Any window in this building you cannot jump out of. You have to bail through like these 2 staircases, and that is just you're bailing into another trap. So do not get trapped in this building. This is just, if you're a new player, stay completely out of this building. You'll spawn here, you don't have a choice, but just get out of here, right? A lot of your action probably needs to be just you stay with your team and use like these little planks are good. I like these little planks. Opposite's true on the other side. You know, you can cover some of these your teammates here, and if they go down, if you're a support player, generally, you know, when I'm helping people out, I'm generally talking to support players. I'm not a very good stealth player. My style is very support oriented. Even with the hunting rifle, I consider myself a supporting sniper. So if you see your teammates go down, then you can kind of like fall in and watch the bombs and mollies. If someone dies right here, you really got to watch the bombs and mollies because they just got that box a lot of the time. So a lot of times if you're fighting people you're pushing down and they are already at the box, they will start throwing stuff at you. So you need to kind of like be really cautious about this area because they will almost always have a Molotov ready because they just pick up this box, right? But most of the time, if you have a rifle, I really like this little area here. If you're going down to the trains, you will like be able to spot people coming to this box. You can, if your teammates are pushing down by the train, you can actually help them out. And a lot of times, if they are in combat, and I'm going to probably cover this more in the gameplay about where to shoot in the head or the body. You need to know, you know, if they're already in combat with somebody, you can shoot at the body and just take them down. And you can also like spot people. Say like if they're going to go to the train and flank you, you can actually spot people coming into the back of the train there, and you can help cover like them getting surrounded. And if you see somebody at the escalators, then you can cover like this area too. I think this is very good for a rifle pushing down the train, just like this little tiny area, right? And if you will very rarely get flanked on this side, right? But even if you do, you have a little bit of cover options, and it's that little area makes it a little bit difficult to throw stuff at you, right? This little thing behind me, see if I can craft something so I can show you. Maybe I can craft something real quick. Okay. So even if I do get this flank, right? So if I come up from here, I still have a pretty good distance here. I can probably still snipe somebody from here, but even if I do, yeah, like it's gonna be banking off a lot of. I have to move up pretty closely, and even if I'm trying to throw something, you have to like get it perfectly, like over here. But even then, I can like run around and get behind this car, and then get into an engagement right here by this car. And if I throw a bomb, then it'll hit. If you throw a bomb at this car, you want to throw it like here, but you have to like catch that roll down right there. And there's not a good bank, not a back wall to bank it off of. Maybe you can bank it off there. Maybe just in general, not take bomb strategies from me because I'm so bad with them. Health kit here. One spot that I like here is underutilized, right here. You can snipe over here, but again, this is a popular spot, so if there's a counter sniper on the team, then they will shoot you from like, there's a little gap in here that you can shoot across. Like somewhere in there. There's like a little hole that you can get and stand up and shoot people in this spot that I'm standing at right here. But the main thing about downtown is you just really want to be hitting that R3 button, man. You want to pick up, if you have a rifle, pick up Hawkeye and really be marking people. You know, watch that. The escalator is very popular. Very popular, and this is a good spot again because it's hard for people to throw stuff. They can maybe bank it off of this, but you know, a lot of times if you're dead, you're going to get shot instead, and you can always back up, and you have a health kit right here to like heal yourself with. So that's pretty good right here. This is a interesting spot. This is like what stinks about this spot are these rocks, because like I'll be aiming and then like, let's see if I can make it happen. These rocks will like they'll like catch you up. They'll like some glitch will happen and you'll like ugh. But a lot of people like to come out here, and generally this is not very good because you can throw stuff and bank it off this wall too. So I mean, like this is good if they have not gotten past this cover yet, maybe. If they are, but once they move past this cover, say you have someone coming from escalators, that's why that spot's not very good. If you have someone coming from escalators coming around, once they get here, then they can easily throw stuff at you from there. And they can also, if they're coming from, they can just come up around you. So like this is a collapsing area that you don't want to stay in for very long. But there's not really that many choices to push up. Again, on this side's difficult because you can come from the escalators and bank it off of here. So like pushing up, you need to be really careful because this is a high death zone, this area. But there's not a lot of choices. That's why I have a sniper and I like to be up there instead of down here with a rifle. Unless they are really far back to where they can't hit me with anything, then I will move up into that area a lot of times. One thing to notice about this cover specifically, there's a health kit here, but a really good rifle sometimes with Sharpshooter 3 can actually snipe you in the head. See a little bit of my head sticking up right here? They can actually shoot you in the head from that area. And if you go down here, if your teammate goes down and they're reviving, then your head sticks up even more if you're reviving behind this. So if you do have to revive, make sure that there is not a good sniper over here shooting at you. Reviving here is usually not good because, again, if they're right here, they can throw something, you know, right here on you. So that is just it's a bad spot. This side's a lot better to attack from than that side is on this map. Sniping from this area, I do like this little move right here. You know, you can cover that and then cover that area. You can cover, you know, every now and then you can mark somebody. Again, marking is really important in this map, really important. Opening the map with a sniper rifle from this side, you will get the box. And I like coming to this little gap to pick up, you can squat, maybe pick up some feet. You don't get headshots here very often, but every now and then if you're spamming R3, you can pick up 1 or 2 people. And if you don't see anybody, you will almost always see at least one person. But if you don't see anyone, then you know that they are very likely to be coming to the train side. In which case, you can quickly move to your right, grab this cover that I talked about earlier, and you can actually cover that box really quickly. And it's hard for them to hit you with stuff up here because they have to throw it up the hill, and you can always bail around. And a lot of times you will be kind of alone, so maybe you can hold them off. A lot of times your team will push up in the beginning, will push up that side, because that side is more popular than the trade side for some reason. But if you can hold them off here, then you will get the whole team. You'll give them that flank from the escalators, which is good. And then once they start attacking, then you can move up and just hallway it, you know, shoot into here, throw some stuff into the train, snipe from the train. But I guess that's about all I have for the downtown right now, other than military sniper is pretty good for this map. Military is pretty good, and again, my general tip for military snipers is you just save your ammo. If there's somebody in the other team that's good with the military, just buy armor. All right, I probably have a video coming out that addresses the military a little bit more because I use it often. I'm using it a little bit less now, but it's very expensive, but at the same time, I think it's very balanced. But it's easy to counter. Just buy the helmet. All right, well, I think the only map that I have left right now is the dam. So